Hello, I'd like to say greetings to all my friends in Ojai, California, Brian and Lisa Berman, lots of other people that are in the Peace Pod out there in California, International City of Peace for several years, and one of the stellar International Cities of Peace. Brian and Lisa are doing some work with our newsletter now and giving insight into the ideas around peace and compassion and empathy. And actually, empathy and compassion is what I like to use this time for today. I read an article about whether or not empathy was actually teachable and whether compassion was teachable, and I believe wholeheartedly that they are. And it has to do with our ancient ethic, an ethic that's been with us for millennia. Whenever the first person that decided that another person was having trouble and decided to do something for them, that was the beginning of the Golden Rule, and that was many, many years ago, and possibly the first human being, maybe the second or third, but definitely in the beginning. So the Golden Rule provides for International Cities of Peace, the organization I'm associated with, a way for all of the different ways of thinking. All the religions, all the spiritual effects can get together and realize that at the core, they not only don't have a real conflict, but they have a lot of similarities. So the Golden Rule gives us the ability, even beyond the culture of peace tenets from UNESCO, to allow people to get together. And I have just a quick example. A friend of mine wanted me to come in and teach the Golden Rule at a children's center. So I said, okay, and I decided to go in, and I made up this game where there was a circle racetrack, and the children would have to find ways to talk about compassion and something that they've done in order to get them a little bit further, and so that they together would win the race. It's kind of a non-competitive game. So I got ready and went in, and I didn't really think much about it, but all of a sudden I realized there are four sets of kids, 4 to 6 year olds, 7 to 9, 10 to 14, and 15 to 17. And I had one game. So have a little compassion for me. That was a very interesting idea. So all these little kids, 4 to 6 year olds, come up very close to me, wondering, what I'm going to teach them today. And so I had this racetrack, and I said, what if a friend was thirsty? And a little girl immediately popped up and said, I'd give him a glass of water. And I said, great. So we moved a little thing closer. And pretty soon we were all the way around, and all the kids, screamed and yelled that they had succeeded in finding a compassionate way to win the race. So then the next group came in, the 6 to 9 year olds. And they were a little bit more sophisticated, and, they kind of kicked back a little bit. But basically, what if your mom was sad? And all of a sudden they say, well, bring her flowers, and then many, many others. And all that came very, very quickly. Kids are very compassionate. I'm not sure that all adults are compassionate, but they are teachable. So then the other groups came in, and it became more sophisticated, and they understood the idea, do for others what you would have them do for you. It's very simple. It's a very simple concept. That's why it gets demeaned in our society. It's very simple, but it's very, very profound, and it's highly teachable. And we've separated church from state, and so therefore we've sort of separated values from our school system. But the Golden Rule is a way to bring that back, and it's very, very highly teachable. So I want to communicate that we really need to take another look at the Golden Rule. It's very important to International Cities of Peace. We're going to achieve 300 International Cities of Peace by the end of this year. We're headed for 1,000 cities of peace, and you have empathy, the awareness of others, and compassion, looking at them as someone that you can relate to, and seeing their pain as something that you would also experience. And then compassionate action. If you feel it that you need to do it for you and for them, then you immediately take action, and that's where compassionate action comes in. And then the feeling of unity, comes. And that's what we really need to achieve in order to achieve world peace. We need to see that sense of unity from empathy and compassion and compassionate action. So, congratulations. As you commemorate International Day of Peace, think about how we can infuse the Golden Rule not only in society and the school system, but also in our hearts. Thank you. Have a good Peace Day.